We're with Mike from Orderscape. Mike, tell us a little bit about Orderscape.
Orderscape is based in San Jose, California. We're a voice technology company, and our focus is the food service restaurant sector to enable conversational commerce, which is a two-word way of saying enable voice ordering using voice assistants, primarily, Alexa and Google Assistant.
What's the best thing you've seen here at the Voice Summit?
Yeah, well, I just left the Yext presentation by Lee Zucker, who heads their restaurant group. They're very focused on syndicating brand information across the web, like hours of operation, menu information, and things of that nature, to spread out and expose brand data. They're very focused on search for voice, and as we are. We're a commerce engine, meaning we facilitate transactions, but in a voice context, you really need to have a very precise, concise search algorithm to bring you right to the food that you want. So the way the web normally works is you search for a restaurant, and then you look at several restaurants to decide where you want to dine, either in or out, whether it's delivery, takeout, or dine in. But in the voice world, it's really about food first. It's voice first, food first. And in that context, you really have to go to the actual menu item. So I'll give you an example. Most people, about 70% or more, think about what they want to order before they think about where they want to go. Now, the outlier is fine dining. If I want to go to Gramercy Tavern, I'm just going to go. My wife and I are going to have a great time because the food is great, the ambiance is great. But in a normal course of dining, I want barbecue or I want Indian food. So I think about what I want, what cuisine I have a hankering for, and then I think about where I want to go get it. That's 70% of the time, which is inverted from how GrubHub currently works, or all these digital dining apps, because they give you your zip code and then they find your restaurants. Then you have to cull through the menus to find out if there's something there for you for Indian food. So we invert that. In a voice context, you really have to know what you want or where you want to go to it. So in fettuccine Alfredo, if I'm interested in fettuccine Alfredo, in a voice context on Orderscape, you would go right to the item. It'll have 6 restaurants near you that serve fettuccine Alfredo. In a GrubHub environment, or even a Google environment, they'll show you a Wikipedia entry. They'll show you recipes. They'll show you 3 or 4 restaurants on the homepage. Then what you have to do is click on the websites, find the menu, cull through the menu items, looking for fettuccine Alfredo. You don't have that luxury in a voice environment. You're going to lose people very fast.
Sure.
So it changes.
What is your perspective on the short to intermediate term future of voice? Are you as bullish as everyone else here? Are you a little bit skeptical? What roadblocks are in the way that you see need to be cleared out for voice to fulfill its potential? Share with us your perspective.
Sure. It's early. I mean, any new technology like this that creates a new user experience, a new UI, is going to be early. But the reality is that it's ramping up very, very quickly. We already know how to use our smartphones. We already know, in our context, we already know how to order food. The adoption rate for these voice assistants is unbelievable in a very short period of time. I mean, Alexa was launched in late 2014. And what is early or mid 2018, and there's over 100 million users of these devices. Compare that track with smartphones even. This is the fastest adoption curve that I can remember. So the more consumers use it, the more comfortable they are with skills, the more comfortable they are with the execution of these skills and actions on Google, the faster this is going to be adopted. And one of the drivers of this is search. Right now, it's about 20% of all search is mobile, and it's voice search. Okay. So you're using your phone and the microphone to be able to find Costco or find your dentist or find a bagel shop, right? By 2020, it's forecasted by a fair amount of consistent research firms that it's going to be well over 50%. So to get there has to be more use cases for that search. So if I know that I can find a restaurant and I can find fettuccine Alfredo, for example, but by using my voice, I'm going to use it more frequently.
Sure.
So we're kind of educating ourselves very quickly. So from an entrepreneur perspective, it's very slow ramp because we're always in a hurry. From an investor perspective, because I am, it's early, and the venture community, this segment right here being talked about, is very skeptical. They refer to it as too obtuse. There's not enough traction. There's not enough points of reference. There's not enough. There's not as many metrics as they would like about frequency of use, average guest check, things of that nature. So the VC community is not really embracing startups as much as they should or we would like. But that over the next 12 to 18 months, my crystal ball, the next 12 to 18 months is going to be an explosion of use cases, companies, funding, because within 2 years, this will be a leading paradigm on how we use voice search and commerce by just using our voice.